What can you eat if you eat in restaurants all the time, like I do, and remain low carb? It is possible. Now, obviously, some restaurants I avoid altogether, like Taco Bell, of course. They mix everything, so they mix whatever protein and fat they have with the carbs. So everything that they sell has carbs, basically. So I avoid Taco Bell. Subway is one that I have to go to all the time. And all I have to do at Subway is, instead of getting a Subway or their flatbread sandwich, all I have to do is get a salad. And basically I'm getting the same thing without the bread, either the actual bun or the flatbread. But I'm getting it in a little plastic salad bowl and eat it with a plastic fork. And you get their choice is either chicken or they also have, I think they have steak, I think. And so those are the choices of meats. So it's possible to do it at Subway. It's possible to do it also at Denny's. At Denny's, if I want to get breakfast, then I'll get, they have a Grand Slam, kind of make your own Grand Slam. And so I get 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, 2 pieces of sausage, and then the fourth choice, they give you 4 choices. I'll either, usually I double back and then I get 2 more pieces of sausage, or I could get 2 more eggs or 2 more pieces of bacon. And with, then there's no potatoes, no bread, and everything is low carb. So it is entirely possible. Now, even let's say I had to eat at Wendy's, for example, and there was no choice, I just had to. Most fast food restaurants are happy to, if you tell them, I want the sandwich, but I don't want the bun, they'll give you everything, and you just tell them, don't put any ketchup or mustard on it, because those probably, they have added sugar. Certainly the ketchup does. I'm not a big mustard fan, so I'm assuming it probably has added sugar as well. So fast food joints, usually you can go ahead and just avoid all kinds of special sauces or whatever. And ranch dressing makes an excellent substitute if you need something to kind of, if the meat's a little dry going down, just dip it in some ranch dressing, or it could be blue cheese dressing would work, or other dressings would really work the same way, as long as they're not the so-called light version of the dressings. The light version of dressing, they strip out the fat and then they add sugar to add the taste back in, because when you strip out the fat, you're stripping out the taste. And so they add sugar back in. So those light dressings are kind of a no-no, but regular dressings are fine. So there are, now today, like I ate at Denny's and I ordered a meal off of the menu. And so they have what they call a tilapia fish. I don't know what kind of fish that is, but it's decent fish. And then it comes with some cilantro on top. I think the fish is grilled. And then you get a choice of 2 sides, and so I got they've added a side salad as a side with ranch dressing, and then also broccoli, and then no bread. And so that made a nice that makes a nice meal. And so you can do that with steak. Just the thing to do, you can get vegetables. Don't, carrots are probably off the table, but because they're too starchy. Corn is full of starch. That's a poor choice, because it's full of carbohydrates basically. But normal vegetables like broccoli, spinach, those kind of things are great. Cauliflower is another one that's really good and low carb. Most cheeses are okay, as long as they're real cheese and they're not the so-called the cheese food. That's Who knows what that is? It's probably packed full of chemicals, plus the carbs. So it is possible to eat low carb and and eat in restaurants. It's actually pretty easy. So next time you're in a restaurant and you think, well, I can't. How am I going to do this? If you want to really eat low carb, you just kind of remember no potatoes, no rice, no pasta, no bread, and watch the vegetables. And the starchy vegetables basically are carrots are starchy. They're very starchy. Corn really isn't a vegetable. Most people don't realize that. They think it's a vegetable. It's actually a grain. So there are fruit. Most fruit, some fruit is okay, but I would avoid any kind of like if you're at a salad bar and you see, oh, there's fruit, that's probably came out of a can and it's just loaded with sugar and it's got sugary syrup. Bad. So avocados are good. The fish that I had earlier this evening had some slices, or it had about almost half of an avocado sliced up on top of the fish. And avocados are great. They're a great food, very nutritious, and a good source of good fats. So it is possible to eat low carb in restaurants.